Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So, it is the night before Halloween, as in what is your plan to make it through tomorrow without participating in any of the nonsense? I mean, in a school setting, there's a lot of nonsense. There's a ton of treats in the teacher's lounge. Children bring a bunch of stuff for parties as if they need more sweets, right? Everyone's in costumes, they're having a parade. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it can be hard to navigate through that. I have some momentum behind me. I've been eating right for several days, but it's vulnerable. So I'm trying to talk about it rather than eat over it. And I have had the grace recently to really see the toxic waste in the food-like products for what it is. And, just cute little wrappers that contain a whole bunch of nonsense. And so I've been allowing myself to, have an extra piece of fruit, even though it was 26 degrees this morning, and right now it's, 31. I still chose to have chocolate and ice cream. And I'm just trying to find my way. And I hope you'll have that grace too. So I do have a small talk on self-love because I think it is self-love to care for yourself in difficult situations like that. But I always want to share my Halloween poem because I am teaching 6th grade and I wrote it in 6th grade as a 6th grader. And I remember at the time there were 3 categories. 3 different things all in one category. It was pictures, poetry, and stories. And this one kid who literally traced pictures ended up winning. And they got $5 from the Seal Beach Journal. and I think their pictures were even posted in the journal, which should have been a copyright law. But I wrote my poem myself and never forgot it, and here it is. Ready? The night is quickly growing late, October 31st, the date. Tonight's the night we stand in fright, the full moon rising, glowing bright. Ghosts and witches in the air, we cannot help but stop and stare. Kids in costumes all around, knocking on doors throughout the town. We've had our fun, we've had our fear, too bad it's only once a year. By Julie McCants, grade 6th, Miss Bechtel's classroom 19. That is a great memory. All right, anyway, though, I did want to share this. It's just a quote that might give you some strength and certainly give you something to think about. And it says, self-love, and of course I will include it as the icon for this video. Self-love, self-respect, and self-worth. There is a reason why they all start with self. You cannot find them in anyone else. What? I know, it's profound. Self-love, self-respect, and self-worth. There is a reason why they all start with self. You cannot find them in anyone else. What's difficult about that is that people don't necessarily have the tools. You would think that it was a natural inclination to love yourself, to respect yourself, to feel that you had worth. But sadly, in this society where we're often beaten down, and even in our own homes, our belly button families, our current families, whatever, we don't necessarily have the tools. So even me, at this halfway mark of my phenomenal life, knowing that I'm going to live into the hundreds, I've had to find the tools. I've had to relearn. I've had to make the choice. I've had to build up self-love. I'm still a work in progress. I've had to build up self-respect and build up self-worth. And it's on a regular basis, and often I slip, right? I had 50 kids again today. I had 50 kids the day before yesterday. I had 50 kids twice last week. Is that self-respect? Is it really for love of the children? Is it an ego thing where I'm hoping people will think I'm great if I'm willing to sacrifice myself? Is that self-respect? Is that really loving myself? Might I say, sorry, no, on behalf of my own students, break that class up and burden 3 other teachers with 10 kids each? I don't know how to say that because I feel like even with 50 or 52 kids in the class, they're being subjected to the actual content and curriculum for our grade. And not just doing time in a first grade, or third grade, or fourth grade class, but look at me. I've got light because God's amazing, but look how exhausted I look, let's be fair. And people keep telling me, yes, my eyes are blue and veganish, but what's this action? Sunken eyes. And if you look close at my eyes, there's red lines running through them. My voice sounds tired. Yeah, every kid has a cold right now. But is that my case? It's a tough call. So I'm going to keep praying about that, because part of it is lack of self-respect. Another part of it is just saying, you know what, God has called me to have many gifts and tons of compassion and patience that many teachers don't have, even with 10 kids. And with 52 kids, I am never screaming in class. I command their attention and we get some things done. So it's a tough call for me, but I'm going to keep evolving and keep praying about it. So one more time, self-love, self-respect, and self-worth, all the selves, whatever self you want to think about. There is a reason why they all start with self. You cannot find them in anyone else. Stop looking outside to get someone to affirm you. Can you be content with what you offer yourself? For me, that's all a God thing. I don't look inside myself, which is super limited. Why would I spend time on a person who's only 54? Oops, I'm going to be 54, December 27th. 53, which is not even a blink of an eye in all of time, when I could tap into an infinite God through his Holy Spirit, through the words of his Son, through his mother. And I know that's a confusion for people, because they're like, wait a minute, Mary was human, how could she be God's mother? Well, of course, God, Jesus, was God in human form, right? And as himself in human form, he chose this teenager named Mary to be his mother. So God in human form does have a human mother, the Virgin Mary, by virtue of the Holy Spirit. So that's why I dare to say his mother. I don't mean the infinite God of the universe, the creator of the universe has always been. But in human form, he chose to have a mother, and her name was Mary. Anyway, that's a story for another day. All right, my friends, what is the plan to get through tomorrow? I am trying to stay present. I am making sure I have all of my food. I'm reminding myself that I eat plants. And I am trying to self-love, self-respect, and find self-worth by caring for myself another day. All right, like if you like, join us if you haven't. Please share in the comments below. I would love to support you. Subscribe. And until we talk again, know that I pray for you. And best of all, trust that you're blessed.